So today I want to talk about a lot of the financial advice. I want to reflect on it, talk about things that I guess make sense and I agree with, some things that don't make sense, and other points that other people perhaps don't talk about. So I want to bring some points, like to give my take on how wealth works, productivity, and how it kind of disagrees with a lot of what people are talking about. And the first point is that not everyone in this world can be rich. Our system of economy and productivity does not allow for everyone in the world to be rich and sit back and retire and relax. Our economy, our productivity supports that. I guess I'll make up a number that 99% of people are not rich and need to work and do things that they don't prefer to do. I'm not saying they do a job that they hate, but I'm saying that they will do things that they don't prefer doing. They prefer to do other things, but they are forced to do those things, to go out and work, to have money, to live. 99%, I'd say. And the rest, our system of productivity supports maybe 1% who can be rich and slack off, and kind of be in retirement and do whatever they want. The thing is, a lot of people don't understand how money works, how productivity works, right? It is not money that makes you rich, it is our world system of productivity. Productivity is the basis of wealth. It's not money. Back in the 70s and 60s, people used to have to work 3 jobs to get to the living standard that we currently have now with 1 job. And the reason for that is because of advancements in industry, technology, efficiencies that increased productivity, which is why now people only need to work 1 job to have the same standard of living. People are scared of AI and how AI is going to take away jobs, and they don't want AI to take away jobs. But what they don't understand is that when AI starts doing things that people don't have to do, everyone becomes richer. Everyone's quality of life goes up, because productivity is the basis of wealth. And when machines are doing it, then people become more wealthy. That is how the economy works. In our current economy, they try and make everyone rich by giving them loans and credit cards. But the problem with that is it doesn't work with our current productivity level. And that's why you're hit with not only the interest that you have to pay, but you get a problem of inflation. Now that everyone's getting all this extra cash from all the loans and things that the banks are giving, all the prices go up. Because it's not money that makes you rich, it's productivity that makes everyone rich. It's global productivity. When we focus on the money rather than on the thing that makes the money useful, and that's the productivity. The other thing is that in our current productivity level, we can afford that no one in the world is in poverty. Okay? Maybe 300 years ago we couldn't have that, but in today's current system of productivity that we live in, we can afford that no one is in poverty, that everyone has a home, everyone has food and clothes and basic needs, medicine, hygiene. But the reason that there isn't this sort of equality in the world is because the world is broken. And I'm not even talking about greed. I'm talking about, the self-inflicted destruction that humanity does on themselves. War, conflict, destruction of infrastructure, displacement, people have to move, lack of education, psychological problems, health problems, corruptions, addictions. A lot of these things are self-inflicted by humans. And that's why poverty exists, even though our current system of productivity will allow for no one to be poor. Productivity is the basis of wealth, and not everyone can be rich right now. Most people have to work. Most people have to do things that they don't prefer, rather than only a small percentage can slack off and enjoy life. That's our current system of productivity. Maybe in the future that'll change. Maybe in the future our productivity will be at a level where everyone can slack off and be rich and do whatever they want. The second point that a lot of people talk about that I disagree with, kind of, is the overemphasis on not spending and underemphasis on actually just making more money, being more productive. Of course, there is like wise and unwise spending. I'm not talking about that, but there's a lot of overemphasis on living like this poverty, frugal, like a homeless life. Not everyone can accommodate that type of frugal living. If you have a family, you can't just lock these people up. You can't just lock up your family because you want to live this frugal life and save money. There are other human beings that you have to be responsible for. Of course, you can't help them if you're broke, but not everyone can, accommodate this frugal life. You can't just deprive your family, especially in this current age of, we have a crisis, mental health because of isolation and things like that. And of course there are alternatives. I'm not saying, there are wise ways. You can have cheap fun. You can have fun. You can take out your family and not spend that much money. There's plenty of ways. You can be creative in that way. But there needs to be more emphasis on how to make more money and how to be more productive, not just leech money from other places so you can slack off and be rich. How to actually be more productive, how to be a person that offers more value, and in that way you get more money. Not being like living like dead broke frugal. That's not a sustainable option. That's like a crash diet. As soon as you go back to living a normal life, like all your money is going to go. It's like you go on a crash diet, you lose a little bit of weight, and then you go back to your normal lifestyle and you put it all back on again. If you want to lose weight, you need to be more active. You can eat more, you can eat the same amount, that's like what you're spending, but you need to be more active. That's like you're making money, right? There's this parallel between losing weight and saving money. There's a similarity there. The third point is that money should be spent on something that you like, okay? Not something that you buy to show that you have money. Andrew Tate was talking about when he went and he bought a Bugatti, and he's like, yeah, I know I'm an idiot, but I want to step back and question. I want to ask Andrew Tate a few questions. Why did you want to buy, what do you like about your Bugatti? Why did you buy it? What do you like about it, other than that it shows that you've got a lot of money? See, people need to buy things that they like, not things that show that they have a lot of money. You buy things to impress people that you don't even know or you don't even like. If I ever become rich, I might buy a Ferrari, but I buy it because I appreciate it. I like it. I appreciate the engineering and the beauty behind it. I couldn't care less what people thought about me. You need to buy things that you like. I had this 2016 636, right? And I didn't like it that much. It was an expensive bike, right? It was worth around 12 grand. And everyone's like, wow, that's such a nice bike. And I'm like, you know what? I sold it and I bought like a $3,000 2006 model. And I liked that one more. And people are like, what's this, piece of rubbish that you're buying? And I'm like, I like it more. It's better. I like it. We need to be focused on what we like rather than buying things to impress other people. And the other thing is, I believe that God blesses you with the things that you like, your desires, when you live like a worthwhile life, a life, I guess, that pleases God. And even if you don't, see these rules, even if you don't believe in God, these rules still apply. If you live a life according to your conscience, and this is biblical, according to your conscience, to what you know is right. Maybe you're a volunteer, maybe you're a low-paying job, but it helps a lot of people. You're like an essential worker. I believe even though you don't have all the money, that God will still bless you and give you your desires. That's happened to me a lot of times. We just need to be faithful and work hard, and the things that we like and the things that we desire will come to us. Finally, you are rich when you are living out your given purpose in life. Okay, now you could, I think everyone has a God-given purpose. I mean, you might not even believe in God, but I think, some people, they believe like in the universe, or some people, they don't believe in anything. But I believe most people believe that they have some sort of purpose in their life here, and you are rich when you follow that purpose, whether it means you don't have much money by following that purpose, or whether it does. I know a lot of people where money is everything to them, but their lives are empty and their minds are even more empty. And I also believe that when you are following your purpose, your God-given, your destined purpose for this life, that you'll never be broke, you'll never be lacking. The Bible talks about that a lot. I believe that God will meet all your, and you'll be happy, you'll be satisfied with what you're doing. And your purpose could include being wealthy. If you look at the story of Ramsey, he went bankrupt. Now he's back to being a multi-millionaire, and he's giving financial advice and motivation. But I believe that the mistake he made was he could use that mistake because his purpose was to help people financially, or give financial advice and motivation. And he had his first go at that and he messed it up. But he was sort of brought back into business, and he learned from that mistake so he can teach others not to do the same thing. So anyway, let's just end with a Bible verse, and it's from Philippians chapter 4:19, and it says, and my God will meet all your needs according to glory. This is what the apostle in the Bible was saying to the church that he was helping him. And I know that times are tough now, prices are going up, interest rates are going up, but I believe if we live right, if we live the right life, according to God's will, or according to, I guess, what you know inside is right, God will meet all your needs. You won't be broke, you won't be in poverty. God will, you will be working your purpose, and that is when you'll be rich, when you know you are on your purpose. Even if you've made some mistakes, I believe that if you turn to God, if you just turn and repent, those mistakes can be turned around. They can even turn into a blessing. God, in the Bible, God promises a lot for those people who, if they're in a problem, they turn around, they cry out to God. A lot of times, the Bible is like a specialist in that particular part. If you've made a mistake, you want to turn your life around and repent, turn to God, and God will turn everything around. God will help you in a situation. So yeah, anyway, that's all I've got today. So if you like my content, if you like this video, please hit the like button. Please, if you like my content in general, please subscribe. If you are riding a motorcycle, take it easy and ride safe.